right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got it for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean.
Well, it's football 101 because when you come in as the favorite team, you obviously don't want to hand any kind of advantage to an opponent ready for an upset. Now, you'll be lucky to only be down 3-zip the next... time you get the ball back because you've just handed them a dose of confidence to start this game.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with White. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Here's Lance to throw it. Now a diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great effort there. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Buccaneers use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Looking to throw is Mills. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The numbers for Pitts in that game a week ago. 4 catches, 65 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
On 2nd and 7. Mills. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Now he dumps this off over the middle, and he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 2nd and very short, Lance. The pass is caught by Cade Otton. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. Now a give up the middle. This is White. White's numbers from a week ago. 18 carries, 104 yards, and a score as well.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync. And that bodes well this late in the season. And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw, it's Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. 7-7, our score after 1. First down, here's White. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rachaad White. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Buccaneers have taken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The Bucs ready for the kickoff. And here we go. It's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
On 3rd down, here's Mills. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. On fourth down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Lance now on first down. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. Lance looking to throw it. Completes it again to Gage. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off of play action, here's Lance. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. The Bucs at 7 and 8 now on the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. The Lance going to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. Here's a toss right side with White. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Lance's throw complete there to Moore. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. Throwing now is Lance. Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having...
Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Buccaneers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first down throw for Mills. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And his throw is incomplete. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. It was the Falcons getting the road victory in that one, so they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Atlanta. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Mills to the air again. Dumps this one off to Algier. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Lance. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. And quickly, they get to the line. On 2nd down, they'll run with White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad White halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we've reached halftime here on New Year. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now a play fake. Lance. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on a flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Now Lance. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
All that for a 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
This will be caught at about the 5. And the Buccaneers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. And Lance now to throw. Flush to his right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Trey Lance taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the 2nd half now. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Robinson with another carry. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They're working out of the gun. Mills. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. Touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. 32 yards. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And some room to maneuver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go with White on the counter. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing his Lance on third down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here this fourth quarter. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it's second down.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who? What?
Mills can't get away, and down he goes. Vita Vea has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Falcons on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 19. And Mills is intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Jamel Dean. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is a season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will hold at 3 touchdowns. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Mills throw taken in by Slayton. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Mills. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Mills under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Vita Vea able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Mills now. Got a man, Slayton. Touchdown, Falcons. Darius Slayton, 31 yards. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And now it's blocked. The Bucs pick it up. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30, 10, and he will not be able to get any further. Brought down inside the 10. A long way to go for nothing. nothing. It comes up empty.
So when the rules committee decided to put some excitement into the PAT, or the extra point, this is what they were talking about. Blocked, returned, nearly for 2 points, but great hustle and a big-time tackle prevented that.
That's what I was just going to say. Excellent hustle to stay with it after the block and make that tackle. On the give, it's White. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
115 yards rushing for him now, as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action. Now it's Lance.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And they will take a knee here. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. And they'll indeed take a knee. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's Devin White, the linebacker, and the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down on the scoreboard. A little under 1:50 remaining. A crushing loss to their playoff chances on the horizon, barring a huge turnaround here. Starting with 1st and 10. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. To throw again on 2nd down.
Mills. That's caught by Pitts.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Mills.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Again, it's Mills.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
That's to his running back, complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Mills can't get away, and down he goes.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mills. That's complete to Slayton. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. From the shotgun, it's Mills. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, here's Mills. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good. So that will get them back within 1 score. So that drive, 12 plays in length. So looking at this situation, you should have time for the onside kick and then at least 1 play. And the Bucs are on this one. And that should just about do it. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
That one looks like he'll throw here.
Across the formation, he finds Godwin. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. So it's a win for the Bucs here, and it was Trey Lance, CD, who really led the way.
Yeah, he did a little bit of everything, didn't he? He had 2 touchdown passes through the air, another one on the ground, and that defense,